Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're going over some of the best craft distillery bourbons that I picked up in 2025. But first, let's do a giveaway. Oh, quickly. I was trying to take the sound off, but this is for the Friday video from last Friday. And Lil Bucky 1982. Hey, I know this guy. Congratulations. Actually, pretty sure that's not what the L stands for, because I know his actual name, but that's what I say in my head every time I see his screen name thing. Today we're going over 4 different craft distilleries. Again, I'm doing this whole series on basically like my top 50 bottles to try to narrow it down to 25. So I'm doing a lot of blinds to kind of see if any of them belong in the top 25, because I have a list of a bunch of bottles that are in that discussion for top 25. Today we're centering on craft distilleries. So one of the bottles is going to be this SJD Conviction Cask Strength Founders Reserve. This came out this year, 126 proof, no sour mash, single barrel, uncut, unfiltered. I'm pretty sure I did review this on the channel because I'm pretty sure I read that all off. It says all the things we want. That's going to be in here. Now we have this Cedar Ridge Pour Decision, so this is a pick, aged 5 years, 118.3 proof, straight bourbon, and none of these should be finished. So I can't read. But then again, this is distilled in Iowa, the SJD's in North Carolina, so none of these should be even Kentucky bourbon, so all over the place. This even has the mash bill right on the back. 74% Iowa corn, 14% rye, 12% two-row malted barley. Another short bottle, we have this Dettling, which is also another pick, and this is the Bama Beast OBG, and I forgot how I got this bottle, but someone helped me get this bottle for sure. Just seeing if there's anything on the back, but this is from Alabama. Cask Strength single barrel bourbon, aged for 57 months. So almost 5 years. And it's 60.9%. I'll go bye-bye. I might even try to do math. We got the Sagamore High Rye Bourbon that came out this year. You know, it's their first bourbon release that they created themselves. 6 years old. This has the mash bill right on it. 60% corn, 25% rye, 15% malted rye. It's obviously high rye content, 118 proof. Of course, it's gonna be high rye. It's Sagamore. They're known for their ryes. So this is all centered. So let me fix that for you guys, for the OCD people out there. Anyway, so these are the 4 bottles we're getting into today. So let's get right into the blind. All right, so let's get on the nose on A. All right, so A on the nose, pretty decent nose. Bright cherry, a dusty vanilla note. I've never said that. I couldn't really pinpoint exactly what it was, but so dusty vanilla it is. Sweet, slight wood note, slight nuttiness on the very ending of the nose, but overall really good nose. So let's go to B. Wow, and I'm pretty sure I've reviewed most of these already on the channel. That is crazy unique. Now I know for sure I've had all of these, because if I didn't review them on the channel, I definitely had them in Whiskey Cigar Clubs, because these are all, you know, decent amount out of them. But this one's unique, leather, cigar, dark fruit, jammy, and I wrote cigar lounge because this reminds me of being in a cigar lounge, but without the cigar smoke, but more of just like the leather couches and like the tobacco cigar smell in the air. It doesn't have the smoke part of it, but man, that is a crazy unique pour. Really enjoyable. Man, this is a crazy nose too. Gotta give it up to the craft guys, man. They definitely do unique stuff. So this is again more the darker fruit, but way brighter than B. I was thinking like sugar cookies. I'm like, I'm getting a cookie note. Oreos, freaking Oreos. And I wrote chocolate, but that's part of that Oreo cookie note I was getting on that. Yeah, I get so much Oreos on the C. Not sure if I ever said that before. Possibly. Do love my Oreo cookies. My wife won't let me have them in the house because I just eat the whole box at one time. D is a banana bread bomb. That is so strong in the banana bread note. Sweet, some red fruit, slight peanut butter, but very banana bread heavy on D. Okay, those are very unique noses. Hopefully some of that translates to the palates, because those are some crazy notes, especially the Oreo one. All right, let's get into the palates on A. Okay, so A on the first sip, woody, strawberry, sweet, a decent amount of grain alcohol, kind of like moonshine, vodka type alcohol note. Woody, peanut shell, empty, which if you guys been around the channel enough, You know I get that empty note on the finishes sometimes, which isn't my favorite. Neither is the peanut shell. But first sip of the day, and these are all right around like 120 proof. I would say I didn't get any spice or proof. All right, that was almost a whole different experience on the second sip. So I still got that woodiness, more red fruit this time. Not as much grain alcohol on the palate, still sweet. On the finish though, completely turned a whole different direction. Started getting a little smokiness and pickle. That's right, a pickle note. It's like lingering still right now. Almost like a cucumber, not even pickle. That has to be the strangest note I've ever said. Maybe not, probably not. Man, that is so cucumbery. All right, third sip. The palate kind of remains the same, but way better than the first sip. That grain alcohol note kind of went away. But that finish is still evolving, apparently. I thought the cucumber note wasn't coming back, and I actually wrote spice, and that could have been part of that smoke note I was getting. And vegetable, I almost want to say like red peppers. I was like, this is just a salad. I don't know what's happening. But that cucumber came at the end, but not as strong as the second sip. See, now I'm getting pickle again. So let me not cross out pickle, because it's there. But that is a strange finish. Unique in a good way. I'm sure a lot of people are like, there's no way I want that in my bourbon, but I like the uniqueness in a good way. It could be unique trash. I think that's unique good. Well, let's get into B. All right, B is a whole different beast than A. Leather, dark fruits, cola, which is a note that I hear a lot, but I don't really get that much. But man, really strong in that like flat, Pepsi, Coca-Cola note. Spice, oak, Texas funk. Now, this reminds me a lot of a Texas bourbon. And there's two that are down south distilleries, North Carolina, southish. But Alabama, that's pretty south. That would lean me towards that direction because of that Texas funk note. So we'll go to finish. Funk, dark, hazelnut. That is super unique. Let's go to the second sip. Similar palate. On the finish, a little more red fruit, earthiness. That funk, earthiness note, 100% could be off-putting to people. I can definitely see that as being that kind of moldy clothes note. So we'll see. We'll get to a third sip. The third sip was the best. I got less of the funky earthiness note. It was a little bit drying on the tongue on the finish, but that's fine with me. It just makes me want to drink more. But overall, pretty good. In my head, I was kind of thinking, and it's funny because I had it in my hand because I was going to put it in this video. I have a 13 colony double oaked, but when I went to go look up the release, it said October of 2024, and so I'm not sure if I actually got it last year or the beginning of this year. I was like, whatever, I'm not even gonna put it in here. But this kind of reminds me of that bottle, just going off of memory, which is not the best. So let's get into C. What is going on in C? I think C would be more of a fan favorite with the notes. Much more sweeter profile overall. Woody notes, caramel, candy bar, butterscotch, toffee. I wrote them all. It was just so candy bar with all like those notes. Some spice on the finish, peanut butter, wood, sweet. Slight green Jolly Rancher was completely off profile from the rest of the notes. It still tastes a little bit of that. Overall, a really good pour. That is nuts. Okay, second sip. Man, that is good. Some more dark fruit this time on the palate and on the finish. And on the palate, also some raisin bread. Raisin bread with some cinnamon, if that was all one thing. I was thinking of like a raisin bagel that had cinnamon in it. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't know. That is good though. Third sip. Man, C is just freaking good. It is super complex. There's a lot of notes that are just coming and going in a good way. It's put together well. It tastes good. That's gonna be hard to beat. Let's go to D. That's good too, but this could definitely be off-putting for some people because of that banana bread note. So a lot of the notes went into the palate. Banana bread, sweet, buttery, red fruit, a little bit dark fruit, spice. On the finish, vanilla, sweet, peanut butter, green Jolly Rancher again, just like in C, which is different than all the other notes. That's why I think it's funny that it just like comes in really quick. Green apple, almost like an apple strudel. No, interesting. Okay, let's go second sip. So never anything new, but this is a lot of fruits and sweetness. It's good. Now, if you don't like that banana note, I know some of you guys don't like the banana note, but if you do like the banana note, this could be right up your alley because this is pretty decent. But it has that strong banana bread note in the beginning. It kind of goes away with all these other fruits coming in. One more sip. Yeah, more of the same. It is good. I do like it. But again, these are all very unique from each other. So it's really a palate preference type thing. I'm gonna pause it here. I'll A/B these and come back with some new notes and some scores. All right, so I went through and basically I was deciding between second and third place in this lineup. Let's do a giveaway. If you want to enter to win 2-ounce samples of all 4 of these, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with, you know how we've been doing lately, SDCC. No vowels again. So it can't be a word that I'm going to get yelled at for. So make sure you comment with that to get those 2-ounce samples. Let's get into these. So in 4th place is the Sagamore High Rye Bourbon, which I remember not loving it earlier this year. It did do, I think, a little bit better today. Again, it still gave me that grainy note immediately, but kind of went away. I think it is opening up nicely. You know, for Sagamore's first bourbon out there that they've made, a decent bottle, and especially for the price. I would have to, maybe I'll find all the pricing. Actually, hold on. All right, so I just Googled the prices. So I'll just go over the prices real quick. So the Sagamore looked like it's around 50 bucks. The Dettling is a range of $70 to $100. Not really sure what I paid for it. The Conviction Founders Reserve is around $95, and the Cedar Ridge Single Barrel Picks is around $65. At least that's what I could find on Google really quick. All right, so 4th place was Sagamore with 3.5. So let's go into 3rd place. And 3rd place was the Cedar Ridge 5-year pour decision, and I scored that 3.75. Again, today really came down to palate preference, and I just was enjoying the Dettling, that dark cola note, just a little bit better. So I scored a 3.8. So it's really between these two for 2nd and 3rd, but very different palates. But for me, the clear winner is this Southern Grace Distillery Conviction Founders Reserve. I scored that 4.1. I really enjoyed that today. It was just so tasty. Let me know what your favorite craft bottles of this year were, because I'm sure everyone's got a different opinion on that. Everyone's very loyal to their craft distilleries. I don't really have any good craft distilleries in Connecticut. Might get some shade from some Connecticut people about Litchfield Distillery, but whatever. So definitely tell me, you know, I still got a couple of days. I could maybe try to find it. I do have bottles coming in the mail almost every day. So, you know, I'm still trying to find those elusive bottles that I didn't get in 2025. Also, it's Friday. I'm actually recording this on Christmas, so Merry Christmas again. I hope you guys all had a really good Christmas and you got all the whiskeys that you want. And if you were my Patreon right now, you'd have had a chance to win a bottle of H. Taylor Small Batch, just because, you know, I'm Santa Claus. So anyways, don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.